One thing that's certain that we know for sure is that the people will be gathered together. There will be another gathering. And this is what that last Kadash day was about. It was the great gathering. And we see in Isaiah 60:4. And the Most High is speaking here. Lift up your eyes all around and see. They all gather together. They come to you. This is the people coming into the land. Your sons shall come from afar, and your daughters shall be nursed at your side. This is a fact. The people are going to come. Once again, the people will be gathered together. The question is, will you be one of the people that will gather yourself together? Will you be the one that get yourself together? Gather yourself together. Get yourself together. Come out of all the mess that we were in. Open your eyes. Start to follow the Most High. Learn of Him and His ways and disconnect yourself from all that He hates. These people will gather once again. We see Isaiah 49:18. Lift up your eyes, look all around and see. All these gather together and come to you. This is a promise. As I live, says Yahuah, you shall surely clothe yourself with them all. All of these will be gathered in the land. You shall clothe yourself with them all, as an ornament, and bind them on you as a bride does. So these will be on you. These will come to you. These will live. These will once again sow the ground, sow their seed into the ground. These will live on you. This is what this is saying. These will come to you. This group come, gathered together. This group gathered themselves together. Once again, there is a reason why we're about to see it. Now, it's time to find out. And it's time to go into gather yourself together. Who's gathering us? Who's going to gather us? We sit back, do nothing, the Most High gather us? Where's our leader? He's always commanded the leader to gather the people. Zechariah 2, starting at the first verse. Then I will raise my eyes and look, and behold, a man with a measuring line in his hand. So I said, where are you going? He said to me, to measure Jerusalem, to see what is its width and what is its length. And there was a Malak who talked with me going out. And another Malak was coming out to meet him, who said to him, run, speak to this young man, saying, Jerusalem shall be inhabited as towns without walls, because of the multitude of men and livestock in it. Here we see the multitude. These are the people that gathered themselves together. Here they go. For I, says Yahuah, will be a wall of fire all around her, and I will be the splendor in her midst. This is a promise for the Most High. When these people come gathering together, we see in the scripture the Most High is going to meet them. 6 is the verse. 6 and 7 is the verse that we don't need to discuss this. Your teachers don't need to discuss. They don't need to give you this. They need to stay away from this. They can give you Paul's word over and over and over, the same thing, but they can't ever come here. Up, up, flee from the land of the north, says Yahuah. They're being told, flee from the land of the north, for I have spread you abroad like the four winds of heaven, says Yahuah. Up, Zion, escape. This says up, escape. I want you to see the KJV. Escape. These people have to escape. You who dwell with the daughter of Babylon. All right. This is the KJV. Ho, go forth and flee from the land of the north, says Yahuah. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of Shamaim, says Yahuah. Deliver yourself. Now we're being told, deliver yourself. See, everybody that said the Most High going to gather us. He's going to gather us. You see? And now he's telling us to deliver yourself. He's telling you to gather yourself. Gather yourself together. Don't wait for a leader. Don't wait for me. Gather yourself together. I have visited you, and now gather yourself together, O Sion, that dwells with the daughter of Babylon. This is a fact. His people will be caught in a land dwelling with this wicked one. And the land will be full of this people. We're not full in Mecca. There's not many of us in Mecca. None of us is in the Vatican. What are these people talking about? We are not there. The righteous get upset when we see these people leading our people astray. Where you find the Most High's people, that's the daughter. That's her. That's the one. So he's telling us to deliver yourself. You who dwell with gather yourself. Don't wait for me. Don't wait for no leader. You're all split up in the world and you're waiting for a leader. You're waiting for me when I gave you a command to deliver yourself. Noah delivered himself. For thus is Yahuah. He sent me after splendor to the nations, which plunder you. These are the ones that plunder us. For he who touches you touches the apple of his eye. Remember, he is the avenger. And it's time for vengeance. Vengeance is it's time for vengeance. We've seen the visions. The righteous, he's shown it. When he visited us with visions. And he showed us some things. And we saw the destruction. That's his vengeance. I'm listening to people as they explain to me the visions that they saw. Listen to me very carefully. The visions that they told me they saw, I know they saw it because I saw the same thing over and over and over. But this group, these people, they know this is coming. They went back into her. That makes no sense. That I can never figure out. They saw the destruction and went back into her. This is someone that's insane. This is someone that don't really know the Most High. This is someone that don't understand. He's going to do this scripture. He's going to plunder those that plundered us. He's going to bring vengeance. He's going to avenge these people. For surely, he said, for surely, know this for sure, I will shake my hand against them, and they shall become spoiled for their servants. Then you will know that Yahuah of hosts has sent me. He says, sing and rejoice, O daughter of Sion, for behold, I am coming, and I will dwell in your midst. See, the people are going to come out. The people are going to end up in the wilderness, and the Most High going to end up dwelling in these people in the midst of these people. Right now, the ones that's within the borders, we're getting his presence here and there from the Malaks. Everything we're dealing with is coming through the Malaks. The Most High going to deal with us. He's going to come. This is the meeting at the mountain. He's going to meet us in the wilderness. He's going to guide us to the mountain, and then he's going to dwell in our midst. Your eyes shall behold him. None will tell you this isn't real. None will tell you you're crazy. And he says, notice verse 11. Listen up, Gooey. Notice verse 11. Wicked teachers, wicked Babylonian teachers. Notice verse 11. Never forget verse 11. I made a point. Gooey will be in the wilderness with us. Edom will be in the wilderness with us. All these other nations will be in the wilderness with us. Many nations shall be joined to Yahuah in that day. What day? When he dwells in our midst. When he dwells within our midst, many will be joined to the Most High in that day. They're going to perform Isaiah 56. When Gooey comes to you with questions, And they want to know, where do they fit in? Tell them to study Isaiah 56. Make sure they understand these verses. Then you will know that Yahuah of hosts has sent me to you. Because wicked people are going to say, we have the covenant. He has covenant with us. He didn't make a covenant with the other nations. They don't have to keep the law. He gave the law to us, and they didn't get the law. And so they don't have to keep the law. They're not responsible for keeping the law. Gooey, don't you listen to these people? You will end up with these people in Yashar'al if you listen to them. And many of them, they have Gooey in their camps. And they're teaching them this. These people are going to end up with these people in Yashar'al. And it's going to be sad. He says, and Yahuah will take possessions of Yahuah as his inheritance in the Kadash land. This is the 1/3 going into the Kadash land. 2/3 being cut off. This is going to happen. He's going to take possession of these people, and they will inherit the Kadash land. And will again choose Jerusalem, because a wicked one will not choose Jerusalem. Yashar'al did not choose Jerusalem. These camps do not choose Jerusalem. They don't choose Jerusalem. And then there's another group of people. They're over there now claiming to once again go to Jerusalem to worship, but they forgot about the wilderness. These people ignoring the wilderness, they will be in trouble. Because we're not to go into the land until only that 1/3. If you go in yourself, you're going in on your own. You're going in for destruction. You're going in disobedience. Be silent, all flesh. The Most High is telling all the other nations, shut up. You've talked long enough. Be quiet. You've deceived long enough. Enough is enough. I had enough. Now it's time to put my foot down. And when he put his foot down, the nations will not like it. Some of the deceived, they're going to try to believe, and most of them, it will be too late. Too late now. Then we will know. That's why the scripture continues to say, then we will know the Most High. Why? Because we have been deceived. I told you, we're all messed up. We're all over the place. So be quiet before the Most High. For he is aroused from his Kadash habitation. He's going to come back down as he did before. And this is something that we know all too well. So we're talking about coming out. We're talking about escaping, delivering yourself. We're talking about avoiding disaster. Did our people, are we known to avoid, were we told before to avoid disasters? Were we told to flee out the mist? To avoid being destroyed? Jeremiah 6:1. Oh, you children of Benjamin, gather yourselves. Listen, here you go. This is your word. Gather yourself together to flee. They were being told here, flee from the midst of Jerusalem. Why? Destruction coming. The Most High's judgment coming. 70 AD, they were told to gather yourself and flee from the midst of Jerusalem. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, flee to the mountains. We hate this word flee. The wicked hate this word flee. And they call this a flee doctrine. They're calling Jeremiah a flee doctrine. They're calling Isaiah, where we read this, a flee doctrine. They call the words of the Almighty a flee doctrine. Shame on you. You are wicked to the core. You're leading people astray, and destruction is knocking at your door. So we see, gather yourselves to flee from the midst of Jerusalem. Blow the trumpet in Tekoa. Sound the alarm. Set up the signal, fire, at Beth Hakurium. For disaster appears out of the north, and great destruction. Here comes a great destruction.